Yeah, my day's already sucking, man. I don't give a damn at this point because we got no power here. It's a power outage in this workplace, and man, I can't even do anything, man. I can't do anything right now, dude. All the work's on my computer, so all I can do is just sit around until the lights go back on, whenever that would be. Just when I thought my day was gonna get better. Nope, can't do anything right now. Hold on. I'm just sick of this day right now, dude. And I told you I don't want to talk to anyone. Russ can talk all he wants. You know what? This topic is about Russ anyhow. You know, I want to be honest here. There's days. Whoa. Oh, that's just a truck. That ain't no thunderstorm. Anyway, dude, there's days when I just don't feel like talking to him. All right? No, that's not a thunderstorm. I keep thinking that's a thunderstorm, but it's not. It's I think it's just like a big old truck or so. Anyway, sorry, I got a little distracted here. They say they're supposed to have thunderstorms, but that's like more in the valley, in the mountains. Listen, man, I don't have anything against Russ. All right, I don't. That's my brother. You know, I'm showing love to him as much as I could, but unfortunately, this worst version of me right now, and especially just what transpired yesterday and just going on to this morning where I'm just totally out of it. And look, I know that my family has criticized me for just not taking my therapy seriously, or that it's not working, they thought. When for me, it is my first time taking therapy, so it's like, I mean, I still got to learn more and more as far as like, you know, the main issue that I've been having to deal with, which is self-control. Now, set that aside. That's not the topic. The topic's about Russ. Look, there's days when I'm at my worst like this, I just don't feel like talking to him. All right? And again, when I'm at my best, when I'm feeling good, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him on the group chats. I'll talk to him, you know, anytime, right? He can call me. I'll call him when I'm at my best. See, that's the problem. I only talk to people when I'm at my best. But if it's like where I was yesterday, with like being in the beast mode that I've been, maybe extreme beast mode, especially after the fact that I couldn't make it to a boss's birthday celebration and that it had to end up being rescheduled. This is what happens. Like, this is a day where I just don't feel like talking to anyone. And Russ can say that, you know, I'm his best friend or whatever. Fine. I'm not gonna tell him to not say that he's not my best friend. So if he feels that I'm his best friend, so have at it. You know, that's fine with him. That's his. He sees me that way. He also sees Dewey that way. Okay. But he is not my best friend. He's my brother, but he's not my best friend. I already said it. My best friends are a boss, Eugene, Mari, and Sam. Those four. Yes, I used to have Diana and Part Jory, but they're no longer my best friends because they both left me behind. All right? Russ is my brother, but not a best friend. But that's not a knock against him. All right? If he wasn't my brother, I wouldn't, then that would be even more, saddening. That would be like showing me that I don't care about him. I wouldn't call him a brother, but that is one of my brothers. All right? Same way with guys like, Ray and Carlos, guys like them, Mercy and Resha. As close as I am with them, they're not my best friends either. So, but look, man, there's just days when I just don't really feel like talking to Russ. And that's not because of him. He loves to talk. All right, I know there's days where I joke around calling him motor mouth, or as Tristan was to say, that I'm quote unquote blabbering incessantly, when that's not really, I'm not really like saying that about him like it's true about him. I always like to clown around hard and saying that about him. All right, so look, I mean, that's Russ's personality. He has his high spirits, right? He loves to talk about stuff. I do my best to keep up with him when I'm at my best. All right. That's I don't have anything against that. I don't. But this is one of the days where after what just happened yesterday, look, he can just forget about all he wants. I credit Russ for having such optimism, great optimism. The person that he is and the friend that he is. If something happens, he's just gonna go on. And I wish I could, go with people like him as far as just trying to let things go. But that's just been my main problem. And even as I'm taking therapy right now, it's, I'm still trying to find the right recipe, to cure or to better my mental health. And I told my therapist in our last session that it's my self-control that I need to work with. I haven't had, look, compared to what it was the last few years, I haven't had this many episodes where I'm just like super angry at myself or what have you. But there's gonna be times like that, just like what happened this morning when I didn't react right away, and I had to be, one of my family members got upset, and only then that I had to react. But I was just mad at myself, but it's just more like I couldn't get over what happened yesterday. But it's just to a point where shit just happens, right? It is what it is at this point, and that's why it's days like this where I just don't feel like talking to anyone. But getting back to Russ, dude, again, I don't have anything against what he does and all that, all right? He's a great guy. He's a good guy, all right? But he just, he can try to call me all he wants. He can try to talk to me, but today I'm just not going to talk to him. I'm not going to talk to anyone, no friends, no nothing. I don't care who it is. I don't care even if it's one of my ex-close friends that's trying to reach out to me. I'm not going to talk to him because I'm just not in that mood. I need to take a mental break. And especially with no power, with a power outage here, it just further makes me just want to need time for myself. Okay, so I know I just went off earlier in the video right here, and just getting here to work and all that. I know it was raining and it was pouring, but when I got in, it was just no electricity whatsoever. So it's just one problem after another, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in a mindset that I'm just trying to relax my mind. I can't even do anything right now. All my work is on the computer. So, and now the phones are not working. So I don't know what people are doing upstairs. I'm not even at my desk right now. So, just to see like this happen and that happen, and I'm just trying to better my day. I don't know if the lights are back on, but shoot. Anyways, I don't want to ramble off about what this work is and all that, but whatever, dude. I'm gonna say this again. Russ has all the high energy in the world. He can talk in all the group chats that he wants to, right? I'm trying to look at the positive side of things with him. But when I'm at my worst, I know I've lashed out at him many times, but that I never mean what I said to him. And look, if he wants to call me a best friend, have at it. But he's not my best friend, never will be. But that's not a knock on him. That's one of my brothers. But I already have my 4 best friends. So, it is what it is. I feel the same way with guys like Ray, Carlos, and, it is what it is. Even Nick, even Mercy, even Resha. So it's not a knock against him. I already have picked my best friends. Okay, so I'm just trying to, he has to understand, but I don't think he's gonna have that kind of level of understanding to the point where, he knows I have my issues. He knows that I'm still fishing for a new job. But in the end, it's like. I don't know if he's gonna notice that I'm not even talking to him. But again, I'm doing my best to just better myself in general. But this is where I'm at. Okay, this is where I'm at. I'm just trying to better myself, and I'm not trying to destroy me and Russ's friendship, but the fact that the fact that he's just this talkative. I mean, there's days where he just really feels like talking and never wants to stop. I'm not knocking that on him, but he's like these. It's days like this where I just don't want to talk to him. I'm gonna leave it at that. He can message all he wants, like all on the group chats, and it's not just him. I'm not talking to no one. I told you I'm not gonna talk to anyone. Okay, if they ain't want to call me, I'm gonna ignore. I'm sorry. I just need this mental break. I don't care what anybody thinks. If they think I'm ignoring them, fine. None of my business. So as far as this is concerned, this is not a video for me to diss Russ. No. I'm just saying that, as far as him being talkative, he wants to talk about stuff, have at it. But I want to make sure that going forward, as I'm having days like this where I feel terrible and I don't want to talk to no one, then I'm best off to just not, just not talk to him at all, because I don't want to continue like what happened yesterday. That's just makes me just feel like I'm the worst version of myself. Saying things that I don't mean, and I know he knows that. It's just that I'm just I gotta do this more often to where I just don't feel like talking. Better not to talk than to just, while I'm at my worst with this kind of thinking that I'm trying to get out of, than to just say things to him that I don't mean, which I've done in the past, and he gets offended by some of the stuff that I say. Okay, he's a human being just like me. Okay, so I'm trying to look on the positive side of things. I know it's still raining out here right now. It's not raining as much. It's just overcast, and it's just more windy than it is raining, but I'm gonna head back inside, man, because I don't know if we have any power. So if that's the case, then I'll be able to to do my work. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. So again, I'm not dissing Russ. I'm showing my love for him, even if he's not my best friend. But yeah, I just hope he understands. I don't think he's gonna see this video, man. I don't think so. But I'm just saying this is not a diss on him. So I doubt that he's ever going to send me any warning. All right. Peace.